know where this guy is, that we've been promoting him for the last hour or so, but we know where Keiton Page is, Director of Player Development for Oklahoma State. And what are you starting now? Year number 3 there, Keiton? Is that what it is?
Yeah, year number 3.
In that capacity.
Coach Boynton took over.
Yeah, in that capacity. You've been around for a while here, 7 or 8 years, so you understand what's going on. I wanted you to join us today. Not we wanted to discover where you are, but more so to let us know what's going on tomorrow. And this is kind of a opportunity, to say the least, for fans, media. Come watch the guys practice at 5 o'clock and get a chance to see the new guys.
Yeah, it's a big day for us tomorrow. We obviously have an open practice that's open to the public, so we're excited to get everybody in there and see all the new faces along with the few returners that we have from last year. But yeah, no, it's exciting. We have, not only is it open to the public, but we'll have our alumni weekend as well that we always have each summer, and we'll bring back all the former players that we tell our guys about normally on a daily basis. Coach Boynton's always talked about former players and how they laid the foundation. So it's always good to get these guys back and kind of let our newcomers and our guys that have been around a little bit kind of put a face to the names and the stories that the coaching staff has been telling them about. So we get them in along with the public at the open practice, and we have a little shoot around type practice and get up and down and have a good time with it, and show the public kind of some more newcomers and what they're about. And then after that, we end up having a dinner with our alumni that night after the practice. Next day, we have another practice in the morning for the alumni to come back and watch, and then have a little golf outing. So it's a big 2 days for us.
Tell me about will they see some scrimmaging? Because I know fans want to say, hey, listen, I want to see a game. I want to see these guys actually play. Will they have a scrimmage period at the time?
Yeah, we'll get up. It won't necessarily be a full-blown scrimmage, but we'll get up and down a little bit. In summertime, we haven't put in a lot. Coach Boynton stuck pretty much to the basics this summer and done a lot of drill work. Hadn't put a lot of our offense in, so we've been doing a lot of drill work, a lot of individual work, and like I said, we haven't put in a lot of what we'll do during the year. So we will get up and down a little bit, but he'll probably keep that part of it pretty brief, just because it could get a little sloppy. We don't have much in, like I said, but he'll pretty much stick to the practice plan of what we've been doing. Honestly, he'll coach them, and we'll get up and down just a little bit, but we'll do quite a bit of drill work. Split up guards and bigs, where guards will be on one end, bigs will be on the other end, doing different type of drill works, and kind of let you see their individual talents a little bit.
You know, we had Ice on TV with us here, and it's a good presumption that he won't be getting up and down the floor. That's for sure. But
he won't.
And that will take a little bit away from what can be done going up and down the floor, because he's the guy who's going to make it go.
Yeah, no, he is, and he definitely is out there. He's still got a little bit of recovery time. He's been doing good. I spent a lot of time with him today, and he's in good spirits, but he's itching to get back out there. So we won't have Ice, our vocal leader, out there with us tomorrow. So we're anxious to get him back, and he most definitely will be leading the charge. But he just got back. I'm sure you guys talked all about it, but just got back from USA and winning a gold medal. So it was perfect timing for him to get in there and get his knee cleaned up and take a few weeks off. But we're anxious to get Ice back, that's for sure.
We're going to kind of scatter around a little bit, but going down that road, because Ice was on the World Cup winner under 19. Of course, he was one of 4 guys to do that, Marcus Smart being one, and then just noticed that Smart's going to be in the trials to get to the World Cup here in a bit, and maybe he'll make it here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, Marcus, I think, will definitely have a good chance to do it. He's one of those that's been already in the USA basketball as well, like you said, along with a few others that we've had. Juwan Evans, I think, Brian Nash was in on the USA a little bit, but no, it was big for Ice to get in there this summer and obviously get a once in a lifetime opportunity to go win a gold medal for your country. But not only that, it's putting himself around other big time players and big time names, and get to be around that type of atmosphere and travel the world and go play against some of those teams across the country that are really good, and see that type of competition and just get to be a part of that is just an amazing experience for him. And you can tell he's already adopted some of those leadership characteristics that he saw in some of those guys that he was playing with. But he's been back with us now for about 2 weeks and hasn't been on the floor once, but hasn't stopped talking in any of the workouts he's been to. So he's definitely adopted the vocal leadership for us, and I think he'll play a big part in our success this year.
Yeah, he's not going to stop talking no matter what. I mean, unless you tell him to go home, and he may still get on the phone and call you. So
yeah, you've been around him enough to know he doesn't stop talking too often, but that's something our team needs, and he'll definitely adopt that, and he'll definitely be our vocal leader this year. That's for sure.
Tell me, tell our fans, they're going to get a chance to see some of these guys for the first time. You see them on and off the floor. In general, what kind of a group have they been, personality-wise, just getting along with each other? And number two, kind of take us through that new roster and tell us who's doing well.
Yeah, no, our newcomers have been unbelievable thus far, and the one thing I can definitely say, character-wise, they're all unbelievable, and it's been an unbelievable summer and an awesome summer getting to be around these guys, and their personalities are fun to be around. They push each other, and the main thing with these guys that's just been so impressive is they're just gym rats. They've adopted our captain's mentality, and Lindy, Thomas, and Cam, those three guys that live in the gym and are extremely hard workers. But our newcomers and our freshmen have been unbelievable about getting in extra and getting in at night, getting extra lifts in, and anytime the upperclassmen are coming to the gym, they're tagging along and jumping in, or anytime they're at the apartments and the upperclassmen may not be, they'll get them to go up and play some 2-on-2s, some 3-on-3s. So they've been just incredible about putting in the work this summer, and I think they'll quickly see that the benefits will follow.
You know, I'm gonna name them. I'm gonna run down a list, and you can give me a real quick, kind of quick bullet point on each guy, and kind of give us a little personality. Avery Anderson.
Avery, he will play a lot of the point guard role for us. He is extremely quick and athletic. I think that's kind of what's gotten Avery this summer, is he's understanding that this level is a little bit different. You can't just go one speed all the time. That's what he's done. He's been so fast and so athletic at the high school level that he's just kind of been able to take over games with his athleticism and speed. But he's starting to get the pace of the game down. He'll have the ball in his hands along with Ice a lot more this year. But he's coming along. He came in, I think, at 147, so he was really, really light, and he's already put on, I think, close to 12 to 15 pounds. So he's starting to put on some weight and understand how important that is. And as he continues to get his body right, I mean, I think he's a chance to be a really, really, really good point guard for us.
Chris Harris, he
is 6'2". He is actually the opposite of Avery. He came in a little overweight, and he's dropped a little over 15 pounds already in 2 months. So he's got his body in incredible shape compared to what it was when he got here, and he's still got some ways to go. But he's one of those that I was talking about. He's a gym rat. He's completely determined to be the most successful basketball player he can possibly be, but really, really, really good shooter. So he's been really coached really well in high school. He's got a high IQ. I think he's one that will be able to provide some good minutes for us right off the bat.
Marcus Watson.
He is very similar body-wise to Cam McGriff when he came in. So he's physically there already, which is very interesting because he talked about he hadn't lifted a weight in his life in high school. So it's pretty interesting that he comes in with that body type. Some of us weren't that fortunate to come in looking like that.
I thought he was looking at you when he said that. Maybe.
I would have given anything to look like Marcus when I came in. I would have given anything to look at Marcus at any point in my career. Let me put it that way. But Marcus is physically gifted, to say the least. Extremely, extremely athletic. He's been unbelievable in workouts. Spends a lot of time in the gym as well. But like all these freshmen, it's going to be a common characteristic. He's got a little bit of ways to go, just developing the system. But all these guys are such eager and hungry to learn that they spend a lot of time watching film. But physically and athletically, Marcus is there.
Keelan and Caleb Boone.
Our Tulsa boys. They also came in really, really underweight, long and lanky and lean. Caleb is around 6'9", long and lanky. He's put on 16, 17 pounds since he's gotten here. Keelan is very similar to Caleb in the sense of his body type, but he's around 6'7" and more of a guard, whereas Caleb's more of a 4, kind of a stretch 4. Keelan's more of a 2-3, long and lanky. Keelan can really, really, really shoot the ball and is one of those guys he's never seen. If you know anybody like this TD, but hasn't seen a shot that he doesn't like, he puts it up there at a high clip, and he's been shooting the ball extremely well this summer. So he'll be one that's got a very, very bright future for us as well. And like I said, Caleb is more of a stretch four. As he continues to put on weight, he's got a very, very high ceiling.
You have a point of reference here. You were a high school legend when you were performing before you came to Oklahoma State, and you had all kinds of shooting records and scoring records. So you knew the attention you were getting. Can you relate to what the Boons are going through now and being serious here? I mean, that's part and parcel of handling their new job over here, so to speak.
Yeah, no question. And these guys have been unbelievable at accepting it. Coach Boynton has preached since day one that the great teams and the teams that advance in the tournament and the teams that just have unbelievable chemistry and camaraderie are the ones that everybody accepts their roles. And he's been great to explain to these guys that, I mean, everybody in high school was the Caleb or the Keelan Boone or the Marcus Watson or the Avery Anderson or the Chris Harris or any of those guys. They were all the guys on their team, so to speak. And so that's what good teams have. And I think our freshmen have already picked up on it in just a short amount of time that they've been here, is that these guys, if they understand and follow Thomas, Lindy, Cam, lead, and jump into their roles, that they'll be those guys later on in their careers. But yeah, I think these guys are quicker to pick it up than some groups that we've had about this isn't the same level that they were playing last year, and that they've come in, they work hard enough, they put the time in, that they're going to eventually get to that point that they want to get in. But you got to start off accepting your roles, and our younger guys have been unbelievable at just being coachable, being teachable, and just understanding that it's going to take a little bit of time.
I'm intrigued by Jonathan Laurent. Where is he going to fit in? He's an experienced guy, grad transfer out of UMass. Yep. What's he shown so far?
Yeah, no, we've been really, really excited about Jonathan, and he's one that we got late. So we got him in July, so we didn't get June with him like we did everybody else. But Jonathan, you can tell just the experience of has been in college for 4 years and been around a good program and played a lot of basketball already. He's very, very experienced, high IQ, knows the system, picks up everything really well. But the most with Jonathan is he's one of those guys that he just has an extremely high motor. And so anytime he makes a mistake, he always makes up for it just in how hard he plays. So he's one of those guys that he's going to do a lot for us. I expect him to be a stat stuffer. He guards the ball really well, rebounds really well for his size. He's about 6'7". He steps out and shoots the ball really well. If he has smaller guards, he's smarter. He's smart enough to know he takes them down in the post and tries to take care of mismatches, because he can be really versatile for us. I think I can see Jonathan playing a 2, 3, 4 for us. So we're excited about Jonathan and everything he brings.
Intriguing player, 6'10", Hitty Rusink.
Yeah, Hitty's been impressive since the day we got him on our visit. He actually stepped foot off the plane from Netherlands. We got him into Stillwater, took him straight to Hideaway Pizza, stuffed him up a little bit, and then coach brought him to the gym and asked him to do a workout. So we weren't expecting Hitty to be too great after the large Hideaway Pizza he gobbled down, but he impressed us in that workout, and he is extremely skilled at 6'10", steps out and shoots the ball really, really well. He'll be one of our better 3-point shooters on our team this year. But like I said, he's got the size to get his shot off. Very, very skilled. Another one that needs to put on some weight, but he's like Jonathan Laurent. We only got him in July as well, so we've only had a month, and he's put 8 to 10 pounds on already. So he's another one. We've got a really, really intriguing class, and with Jonathan coming in, there's going to be, it's what makes good teams, but there's going to be some competitive practices and guys battling out for minutes, and I think we've got a chance to have a really exciting year with the group we have.
I want to let you give a chance and a shout out to 2 of the walk-ons from a year ago. They're out there, and Hadlock looks the part. He looks like he's been out there for a long time, and Mitchell does the same. I know you guys appreciate their efforts.
Man, we can't say enough about D and JK. Obviously what they did for us last year, and jumping in with no expectations, no idea what they were getting in mid-year, and for D to jump in last year and hit that shot at Texas Tech, that 3 for us on the road, and just be ready to play and be ready for their name to be called, and had no idea what they were being thrown into. And then for this summer, for themselves to commit themselves to come back and they've both got their bodies in unbelievable shape, and they bring it every single day. If you walked in, you would have no idea that those two weren't scholarship players, and they've been absolutely incredible. And then just the most unbelievable teammates. Our guys just love them. They fit in, absolutely perfect. And I could sit here all day and talk about D and JK and how important they've been to us the last year and a half.
How different does your look? How different? I know how different Waters looks. He looks like he put on about 100 pounds of top of muscle, and then we kid about him all the time, but he still is quick and he still shoot it. Maybe it's the hair, maybe whatever it is, but he looks a lot different this year.
Yeah, no, Lindy's bulked up. He's put another 5 to 10 pounds of muscle on, and just completely dedicated himself this entire summer to doing everything he could possibly do to have the best senior year that he can have. And he obviously started that with his body, like I said, gaining weight, putting 5 to 10 pounds of muscle on it. But he's improved his game in all aspects as well. And he's one of those that I was telling you earlier, him and Cam and Thomas, in the gym, they're in there morning and night. And so you can definitely tell with those three that they've definitely dedicated themselves to having the best possible senior year they can have. So we're looking forward to it and excited that they're leading our team.
And Yor looks a little thicker?
Yor did. Yor moved up a little bit. And, for Yor, his was a little bit different. His was kind of losing a little bit of the pudginess but adding muscle at the same time. So he's really gotten with Coach Manselman, Jake Manselman, our strength coach, and then Jenny Boynton, our dietitian, and really been focusing in on his diet and what he's eating to really help him transform bodies, because he's not the Marcus Watson or the Cam McGriff of our team that can go gobble down whatever he wants and still look the same the next day. So he's definitely been honed in on his diet and making sure he's taking care of his body and doing everything he can possibly do to have another year like he had last year for us.
That's kind of like what you do, Paige. You eat whatever you want and you still look the same.
I told you, I wish I was like that. I wish I had that metabolism, that body that Cam and Marcus had. I probably would have been eating a lot different than what I did, that's for sure.
Hey, last thing before I let you go, you got 2 new coaches in the mix now. You got Pastrana came in, and then Cunningham comes in. Cooper moves to the special assistant's job. You guys seem to be working together, but was that hard to get used to right off the bat?
It wasn't as hard as what you may think it was. Our entire staff, we've known, and Coach Cooper's been a head coach for several years. Coach Sutton's been a head coach, obviously. Coach Pastrana's been around a long time. Cannon's younger, but we've always preached to our guys that everything we do and everything we want them to do from a character standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, from a work ethic, from anything that we preach to our guys and that Coach Boynton wants to instill in our guys, it starts from the top up, or starts from the top down. And our staff is completely bought in to doing whatever we can possibly do to give our guys the best opportunity for success. From the time it was brought up about bringing Coach Pastrana, Coach Cunningham in, everybody was bought in. Everybody was willing to do whatever it took to put our guys in a position to win. And like I said, we've always preached that everything starts from the top. And so, we've been excited about the changes, and Coach Pastrana's been doing an unbelievable job. Coach Cunningham's done an unbelievable job. They hadn't got to spend a whole lot of time in Stillwater yet, 'cause as soon as they got here, they were hitting the and recruiting, and they've already got off to a great start and building some relationships with some kids that we're looking forward to getting on campus and getting some visits and getting this thing rolling.
Yeah, I don't want to get out of here without mentioning the fact you have another addition to the Page household since you and I talked.
We do. Yes, we do. We got we added a little baby girl. She's now 6 months old now.
Wow.
So we've added a new one. Hopefully she's shooting a jumper before too long.
Hopefully she shoots a jumper better than her dad does. Her dad, and hopefully if I get a chance to talk to her out there, please don't throw your feet out there and get fouled and draw a foul like that, like your dad used to do. Don't practice those bad habits.
Yeah, she might not be a lover like her dad, but I got a feeling she'll be a gym rat. She'll be in there getting some shots up as soon as she can. So we're loving it over here, being new parents, and she's been great. We're getting some sleep now. So that's all good, and you're soaking up the stuff as a coach I talked about before we went on, and we'll let you go on this one. But you're a coach waiting to happen, bud. You've learned from a lot of different people, been around a lot of different people. You know the game of basketball in and out. Come from a coaching family. This is coming sooner than later, I would think. Yeah, I appreciate that, and obviously I've been through been through a lot here with the coaching changes, but one good thing about it is I've got to expand my coaching tree and see a lot of different philosophies and see a lot of different systems and styles and cultures. So, yeah, I'm soaking it all up and looking for the opportunity someday. And right now I'm enjoying working for Coach Boynton and having Coach Sutton, Coach Cooper, Coach Strong, and Coach Cunningham on staff and learning as much from them as I possibly can. So I think it's going to be an exciting year, and I'm looking forward to it.
KP, it's always great to talk to you, man. Appreciate you giving us some time here, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. And you'll be out and about making sure everything goes right, I'm sure. And now you can get back to running your 5 miles or whatever the heck you're doing right there.
I appreciate you having me, TD.